Greetings and salutations, friends. I am your furry funny man host, Steve, and I'm here with a few thoughts on comics. And this week I've cherry picked just a few of the books that I purchased this week, primarily due to the fact that I realized upon looking at them, if I reviewed some of them more specifically, I'd just be repeating myself. I got the Fantastic Four from this week and Savage Dragon, and I would have been saying the same thing I said last time, and there's no need for me to overly repeat myself, and I'm sure you really don't want to hear me go through all that again, and I'm sure we'll get to those once the storylines advance a little bit more again. But what we've got so far to start with, Invincible Iron Man 33, still good art, still good story. Finally the storyline is done. This is what, part 9? And as much as I have enjoyed it, it did feel like it lasted forever. Uh, Things are wrapped up, moving forward again. And to a degree, I'm not sure that we've really gone anywhere, to be honest. We do have the small, Stark, Reliant running finally, but beyond that, we're setting up villains that we had in place a year or two ago. We've just kind of moved kind of the pot, stirring characters together, and there's going to be something big coming out of this. Clearly, the next issue is announced with renumbering at 500. Oh, goody. But beyond that, I'm not sure that we got anywhere in 9 issues. And that's kind of the worst part about this, is that I'm not sure we progressed really at all. But that aside, I did enjoy it. It just almost felt like we spun time for almost a year until we could get to 500. So take that for what you will. We have Bart Simpson, number 57. I am a big fan of The Simpsons, as I think I may have made clear already. And the Bongo comics that they've been putting out for years are of a good quality, a very high quality. The Bart Simpson line tends to be a number of short stories. Usually get one kind of bigger story, not quite book length, and a couple of little short stories. And that's what we get here. We get Bart and Lisa. This part I actually particularly enjoyed in the main story, where Lisa does her best to do an Egyptian version of Itchy and Scratchy as she's creating this little diorama for her action figures for well, no wait, they're dolls. They're Malibu Stacy dolls. Sorry, I'm so used to, I don't want to diverge too much here, but you get so used to, you know, individuals go, oh, go play with, that I instinctively put action figure in there. You get, oh, little guys playing with dolls. No, they're not quite the same thing. Get a 2-pager from Sergio Aragones. I hope I'm saying his name right, because I like that guy so much and his art. The one that I did want to bring up, and that's part of the reason why I picked this up, The Day of the Mustache, which is funny. It's a little 6-7 pager, to a degree, nothing big. Someone's going around town and painting mustaches everywhere that they can see, on the billboards and on paintings and this and that. And that first page, you get Rainier Wolfcastle, and all the movie posters in his house have the mustache on them, and they're accusing Alberto of having done it, and Bart, without trying to reveal himself, knows that it wasn't Alberto. So he and Lisa try and track down what happened. It's a really neat story idea, and the end punchline is so not Simpsons. It just felt really weird. It was like this, like we found the end of an old Archie comic and just drew it. Oh, you get to the end, and I went, oh, and moving on. But beyond that, still a good book. Just that story just seems so weird that I had to say something about it. It was just like, oh, I don't want to give it away, even though it's admittedly kind of dumb. I don't want to spoil it. Go ahead and read it and tell me I'm stupid, and feel free, and that's fine, because goodness knows my opinion's not the only one in the world. Vincent Price Presents. I love these covers when they have the nice, it looks like it could have been, as much as I enjoy the painting, there's that part of me going, I know I've seen this picture before. This is just somebody kind of working off that. And we've made it to issue 24 with this. Another one of those wild, weird stories. Good art. It was one of those stories where, as I'm reading it and I'm kind of getting into it, I'm going, I think I know where this is going. And even though I don't know exactly what the twist is going to be, you go, all right, I know that this is this is important here, and I was born accurate in that. But beyond that, one of the more enjoyable issues of the book, and I will recommend it for that, just in that. And then finally today, not to take up too much more of your time, Lone Ranger and Tonto issue 4. The occasional, I think supposedly quarterly companion to the Lone Ranger book. Not quite a quarterly, not quite an annual. I don't even know how often these things come out. Really nice detailed art. And they took an opportunity, because these are supposed to be kind of more like a, I'm stuttering a lot today, an attachment to the main story. You know, they're not in the main flow of the storylines. Are kind of like little building blocks to set on the side of it to kind of flesh out that. And by and large, and this one in particular really grabbed me because it's the story of a newspaper man going around Texas interviewing different people and trying to get a feel for who this Lone Ranger is. Is it a real person? Is it a myth? Is it just this legend that's been built up? And he gets stories from individuals, none of which are exactly the same. So he's, you know, but at the same time, he sees this nugget of truth at the center of them. And I think one of the things that really did do it for me in this one, he interviews a small child. He bumps into on a train with his mother, and gets the story of the Lone Ranger from him because he's been drawing the individuals. And in his mind, you know, this is how he pictures the Lone Ranger. And that's, to me at least, the 50s TV Lone Ranger, which is my introduction to the character as a kid. You know, they had all that, all the 50s black and white stuff still on TV when I was growing up in the late 70s, early 80s, so I got to see that. I got to see Sergeant Preston the Yukon and Fury the Wonder Horse. So those are, you know, that image of the Lone Ranger is indelibly tucked into my brain as, you know, Clayton Moore, I think. I should have checked. Any road. Is a very interesting story because of that and having those different impacts. And I really did enjoy this Lone Ranger and Tonto, much like I enjoy the primary Lone Ranger book, as well as the Zorro one that Dynamite puts out there. Top notch, top notch! And I recommend them. So, for today, those are my opinions, and I'm going to stick to them, for now at least.